All right. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Welcome to Noir Bar. I'm your friendly neighborhood barkeep, bottle ready at the pour. I've already poured myself one. I'm ready to go. And joining me here at the bar this evening is none other than Far Zeus me from down under. Far.
Hello?
How weird does it feel to be hot as hell on Christmas Eve?
Not that weird.
You're too used to this whole middle of summer for Christmas thing. It's...
What? Well, I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? Oh yes, Paul, it is very weird that it's hot during Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Despite experiencing this almost every Christmas my entire life, yes.
Almost?
Well, yeah, I've spent Christmases in Japan before.
Oh yeah, that's right. Last year you were in Japan, right?
No, the year before.
Was it the year before? God, where's my life gone?
Yep.
Hey, Blind Press is here. It says yesterday it was only a paper moon. Now I feel like I'm sitting in the holodeck with Riker, lol. That episode with the binars was good. 10110001, whatever the fuck. It was a series of ones and zeros. That's the episode name for. Because the binars have, like, binary thinking and stuff. And I know, it's not a Star Trek stream, but blame Blind Press. She started it. It's her fault. I don't know. I like that episode, except for discovering Riker's sexual fantasies through a New Orleans jazz bar on a holodeck. Oh, here's the kind of woman I want. And blondes and jazz seldom go together, he says. It's creepy, man. It's creepy.
Okay.
Yeah. And if all potatoes says, I've turned my computer off, so no shilling for me. Fair enough, man. You do enough work. Just hang back and enjoy Christmas Eve. Such as it is. And Becca's here, and Simius of Thebes is here. This is Kyle, and Moonshock, and Green Thunder Demighty. Oh, and lots of people are here. Cool. Tales of Gore. And Polydub's here. He's the coolest one of all. Oh, an evil one, of course. Evil one. The, So I think I have to admit something, Far. This, Hyperdawn thing has finally bit me in the ass.
Yeah.
See, I've got this theory, chat, that I'm kind of a night owl, and I'm a diagnosed insomniac, as some of you might have been able to tell.
No. Really?
What time is it for you there now?
10:10.
10:10. Well, yeah, it's not for me. It's 9:06 in the morning here. Hey, there's Pincalo. Merry Clamsmas?
Clams?
Yeah, are you having like a real hard stroke out right now, or is that what you call Christmas?
Yeah.
I'd be okay with
Yeah,
clams.
right?
I'm a huge fan of seafood. I'd be okay with clams for Christmas. That sounds like a great idea. Oh, and Rajan's here. How's it going? Well, see, here's the thing. This is where the meta dawn thing is kind of fucked with me. I've had this theory for a while to help make more sense of the world. I'm usually just going to bed before sunrise or after sunrise, generally speaking, and only for a few hours. So I don't consider it the next day until I've woken up. I don't care if it's past midnight. Midnight's like my high noon, man. So it none of the classes I've ever taught have ever been scheduled in the morning. When I was still taking classes at the beginning of my program, some of them were in the morning, but I have been up. They were like late night courses for me. My sleep schedule's been fucked for a while, but it's like last night we did Christmas Eve. This is actually Christmas Eve, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna have to go to sleep and wake up, and that night will be Christmas Eve. So if we stream tomorrow night, it'll be past midnight, and people won't be saying it's Christmas Eve. They'll be saying, oh no, it's Christmas, it's past midnight, it's December 25th. And I'm like, not until I wake up. Not until I go under the tree and the cookies have been taken, the milk's been drinking, and Santa left presents. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but your idea is stupid.
What?
It's Christmas. The date is the date. It's Christmas.
My idea is not stupid. It's adaptive, is what it is.
Yeah, whatever.
So as far as you're concerned, tomorrow night if we're streaming, it's past midnight here, you're going to be calling it Christmas.
Yeah.
No, that's not adaptive. That's conciliatory. It's not even the 25th for you yet. You're going to be calling it Christmas?
Tomorrow will be Christmas.
No. Wait,
For me, it will be Christmas.
what's the date there right now? See, I'm all fucked up like 5 weeks from Tuesday. My sleep schedule's fucked up. You're on the other side of the globe.
It's literally Christmas Eve right now.
Say what?
It is literally Christmas Eve right now. It is the 24th.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. It's Christmas. So when you wake up, it's going to be Christmas Day for you.
Yes.
See, this is weird, man. You're on the other side of the globe. I'm an insomniac. Shit's strange. Don't expect me to make any kind of sense of this. Anyway, I'm just telling you what my problems are and telling the days apart. It happens. Otters are not evil, W.R. Costin. They are evilly adorable. Okay, there. Instead to get some stuff ready. Oh, Ebony Williams is here. Hey, Ebony, how's it going? So I was preparing my mushroom ketchup for this year. It's, of all potatoes, this is the 25th where I am right now. Well, Merry Christmas, I guess. That's, I guess Santa's already come and gone and is on his way here. It's going to take a long time to get here, I'm guessing. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so I was preparing my mushroom ketchup, which is from a 1794 cookbook. I've done 3 cookbooks that I did. I used the English Art of Cookery, and Martha Washington's cookbook, and the Amelia Simmons one, which was largely my guide, the Amelia Simmons one. America's Orphan Far.
Ah, yes, America's Orphan.
Yes. Their recipes are all slightly different, and I am largely guided by Amelia Simmons' 1794 recipe for mushroom ketchup, which is now sitting. I had to chop up a pound of... Well, I halved the recipe to see how it turns out, in case I fucked it up. So I only made a half size. So instead of 2 pounds of mushrooms, I only used 1. And salt the mushrooms, put a couple of bay leaves in, and let them sit for 24 hours. So over there stewing. This could be my Christmas mushroom ketchup. Aren't you fascinated to hear how this is going to turn out for? I'm sorry. I'm loving the idea of colonial cooking, of cooking from the past. It's as close as I can get to a time machine to eat what people ate in the past, following the recipes that they put out. And as long as you follow them generally and do a very mild amount of research in terms of has much changed, if you know what I mean. Like if you use flour, for example, the recipe calls for flour, and it's a recipe from like the late 1700s. Yeah, you can't go get regular baking flour of today and have it be the same thing. You're going to have to buy raw ground flour, which you can get. It's not a specialty item. You just can't buy white enriched flour because it's not the same thing, doesn't have the same consistency, and won't taste the same as what they were using back then. Tommy Teddy says he's allergic to mushrooms. To all mushrooms? That's rough to hear. Blind Press wants to know, does that mean that Noir Bar is really the restaurant at the end of the universe? Well, I'm from the future. We're all in the past. This is 1942. If you guys didn't know, Noir Bar exists in 1942. That's where I decided to build it. What are you giggling at over there?
So what was that about a time machine?
What's that?
So what was that about a time machine? Like the closer you get to the time machine, it's cooking, huh?
Don't deconstruct the lore.
Bar.
Don't deconstruct the lore,
The time
okay?
machine.
Yeah, I also said I was drinking. What's your point? You can't trust what I'm saying. The point is I pour the drinks.
Driving this time machine drunk.
No,
Like,
listen. Hey, I pour the drinks correctly and I charge people correctly, and that's all that counts. Everything else is just for entertainment value. So don't worry about the rent.
remember last time you drank and drove this thing?
What on my birthday? That went great. What was the problem with that?
How many shots did you have again?
There's no way to know, remember? Because like I counted like the 12 shot like 3 times or 4 times or whatever it was, and then I started. Yeah, it was like
That's my fucking point.
Yeah, but no, isn't the point supposed to be that? Well, you could find out how much I drank. You'd have to go back and listen to that 5.5 hour stream again and just like keep actual count. Never mind what the drunken guy's saying. Because I announced every time I was taking, I was like, all right, I gotta pour me another shot here. Shot number 8, shot number 9. Then it was like shot number 12, shot number 12,
Yeah,
shot number 12.
Shot number 12. Yeah, see, you got stuck in a fucking time loop. God, don't drink and drive.
Hey, Unholy Reaper. Say hello, Polydub. You're on the speaker system here at the Shots Fired gun range. Really? That's cool.
Oh.
I
Nice.
I said that over when Unholy Reaper was talking in Monkey's stream. He said he's going to the gun range. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I've been at the gun range on New Year's Day, on New Year's Eve Day, the 4th of July many a time, but never on Christmas Eve Day or Christmas Day. So that's an awesome thing to go do Christmas Eve Day. I'm down. It sounds like a great idea. And a little while back, Pinkalo asks, don't you have to use raw flour? Yeah, exactly. You can't use like enriched flour or like those are convenience flours of today. You know what I mean? And so as long as you do a moderate amount of research, you can eat stuff from the past. And that's pretty cool as far as I'm concerned. Let's see.
So do we want to go over some WikiHows?
Well, let's see. It's not Rush. It's, oh, I have an article that I want to start with. It is Christmas for people on the east coast of Australia. Did I have that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And for you, very, very soon, right? Less than 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
It's not that weird.
You should just go along with it. You're a weird folk in your weird land. Let me just...
Yeah, whatever you say, talking otter time traveler.
This is the most fun bar in the world. Come on. Your bartender's a time-traveling otter. What more do you want? Jesus. Hey, here. I'm going to share this. This is the... Oh, it's flashing.
Oh, joy.
Here, I'll stop.
Yeah, I see the flashing.
Yeah.
I feel like a seizure is imminent.
I don't know. If any of you were here last night, Far had very far gone technical troubles. It was a little strange. Look at this.
Yeah.
Stop it, you. There we go.
Yeah, I'm seeing... Oh my god, I'm seeing flicker into infinity as well. Excuse me. As well, so it's just like...
There we go.
Fuck.
6 Christmas carols with food you've never actually eaten. See? It's topical.
Okay.
What?
Is this gonna be more bullshit like the Christmas pickle?
The German Christmas pickle is real. Remember, we looked into it. It's a thing.
Yeah, apparently not in actual Germany.
Aw, you trust Badger?
I don't know, man.
That guy's trying to cover up for a multitude of German sins, all right? Think about it. He won't even say the word Nazi, like he's trying to convince us they never existed or something. You know? And then, oh, what German Christmas pickle? I've never heard of that. Heh. Oh, yeah, right. Let's see. You sing about wanting someone to bring you some figgy pudding every holiday season. No, I don't. I barely remember that song from being forced to sing it as a kid. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself what the heck figgy pudding is? Well, Olivia Tarantino is going to let us know. You never stopped to think about that?
No.
Oh, yeah, you're an Aussie. You know what an actual upside-down cake pudding is.
Yeah, it's a fucking pudding. Like, really?
Okay, well, the first 4 words are highly informative here as to what's going on. Like many festive Americans, okay? For us, pudding is something that Bill Cosby shills in frozen form on sticks and is made on a stovetop, and it's liquidy and chocolate. Have you ever had actual pudding, Far?
What do you... I've had actual pudding that's not your American crap.
Wow. It's like that, huh?
I'm joking. I'm joking. But I don't know. Probably not a pudding pop, but possibly.
Oh, and Holy Reaper says, I do gunsmithing work to fix the rental weapon. So they let me come in and use the range when I want to for free. Really? Man, we should talk about some more technical aspects of firearms. That'd be a blast. I love tinkering with guns. Safely, of course, but you know.
That'd be cool about firearm safety.
Well, that's fire safety, not firearm safety.
Yeah.
No, man, we should shoot the shit about that one time on Holy Reaper. That'd be a blast. Sorry for the pun, but it would.
Be cool about firearm safety.
Boo. Boo!
Hey!
That's all.
And hey, oh, Potato, I got my shirt too. I'm wearing it right now.
Oh! Before we get off into the figgy pudding, that's a good suggestion. For those of you who are interested, there it is. Look at that glorious thing.
Yeah!
That is the Pocket Fetus Christmas Edition t-shirt and sticker.
Probably? I forget.
You don't know?
I have a lot of things for sale.
If you, in the description is the link to Far's Wicked Cool merch store. Oh, I'm gonna get back in just a second. RVA Dar says, thank you for the tip to the bartender. Much appreciated. The pickle is real, Far. See? RVA Dar backs me up. You don't trust Badger. He's just... It's not about him. I'm not saying he's a liar. I'm saying the German people have a lot...
Yes, you are.
No, I'm saying the German people have a lot to be ashamed of and cover up for, and he's simply doing his civic duty. I don't look at it as lying.
He's doing his civic duty. A national cover-up. This Christmas pickle.
Yes, and the Nazis, and sauerkraut, and a lot of other things they have to be ashamed of.
Wait, was the Christmas pickle like a Nazi thing? That's why they have to cover it up?
No, it's just creepy and weird and requires children to search for the magic pickle and get candy from adults for it. It's kind of like,
You gotta find the hidden pickle, huh?
That's what I'm saying. See? They have a lot to kind of be like, hey, don't let people outside of Germany who don't understand our ways hear about this. So imagine how embarrassed he was when it came up on Monkey in the Morning, right? Whew.
Oh yeah, the Christmas fetus is a sticker.
There it is. Okay, so the link, thank you again, RVA Dar. The link below in the description is for Far's merch store, where you can find the original Pocket Fetus and the new and improved Pocket Fetus Christmas Edition. I love this one. I think it's great. And you can get it on any color background, right? The t-shirt itself needn't be green. It can be white, black, gray, etc.
I don't recommend red. Just saying. It kind of all blends in together. But yeah, if you really wanted.
Yeah, so there it is. I mean, how adorable is that thing? Look at with this little candy cane. He's kind of waving high over here. You know, it's.
And if you are really interested to see how I drew it, there's a time lapse off of it on my channel.
Oh yeah, go ahead and throw that link in chat.
Let me find it.
Let me find it. Well, while you're looking for that, I can answer a question. Oi, what's wrong with sauerkraut? Says Green Thunder Denighty. You know what? There isn't a variation of shredded cabbage with something vinegary on it that I like. Be it sauerkraut or what's the Korean one? Kimchi or
I don't know.
Yeah, or coleslaw. I don't like any of them.
You don't like coleslaw?
No, not really. It's crunchy and sour, and that's just weird. And people are always trying to. I guess it's because like in northeastern areas, they're always trying to put it on hot dogs, sauerkraut, like street vendors and shit. And that turned me off. I was just like, ugh. And then and W.R. Costin gets in on sauerkraut is awesome, Polly. Why would the Germans be ashamed about it? They know why. They know why. I mean, look, kraut and tea. There's another thing they have to be ashamed of. There's just, the list goes on. I mean, sure, Mercedes-Benz, that's a good thing. You know, the V2 rocket, you think they're proud of that? They bombed England with it. That's not good. There's all sorts of national shames.
I mean, what?
What's that?
Bomb the fuckers. I mean, what?
What? Don't talk that way about your motherland. What the hell? All right.
Hey, I am so far removed from that motherland. I'll have you know.
It's fine. It's a mutual commonwealth. There's a shared monarchy, etc. It's fine. It's fine. You shouldn't be wishing for their deaths. My God. Okay, so like many festive Americans, back to our article here. I always want to warm up some hot chocolate and put on a Christmas playlist while decorating my Christmas tree. Between stringing the lights and carefully placing on ornaments, this year my boyfriend and I don't stop lying. Got into a little Christmas karaoke battle.
Named your cat.
Yeah, exactly. You and your cat had a Christmas karaoke battle. That's sad. It's sad. Okay. After he belted out a round of All I Want for Christmas Is You, it was my turn. You wished you had a man to sing that song to you. And why would you want All I Want for Christmas Is You? Why would you be thinking?
Yeah.
Why would you be thinking about a man singing a song that was famously sung by an extremely high-pitched voiced woman?
Again, the cat, is it named boyfriend? Is it just yowling and you're like,
That's exactly what I was just thinking. She associated with that because the cat was yowling in a high pitch, and that's the best their little imagination
Yeah,
can
the
do.
cat was yowling at that specific song. She's like, oh, let's sing. When in reality, the cat's just like, no. No. Make it stop.
I don't... Jack Gunsky says the printing press. Listen, Johann Gutenberg may have been German and he may have resided in Germany. And yes, he was the most influential man that lived in the past 1,000 years. But I'm not giving the Germans writ large credit for that, okay? That was Johann Gutenberg's success, and he gets it, not them as a group. It's German chocolate? Belgian's better.
Fucking are you looking to start wars?
What?
Are you trying to start a fight?
You know, it's funny you say that. Well, there's been 2 world wars, and who do we have to thank for both of them? Same people, both times. Interesting, isn't it? It's almost like they've got something to be ashamed of. Saying. And isn't the Christmas tree too also a early Germanic pre-Christian nature festival deal of bringing greenery indoors during the times of solstice? Or is that just a bunch of lying atheists that have filled my head up with that idea and it's not true? I never even looked into that. I just keep hearing it from time to time. Okay, after I belted out a round of, after my cat yowled at me and I imagined it was a man singing to my lonely self, the Christmas song came on, one of my all-time favorites. And I launched into my rendition, admittedly off-tune, of this wintertime classic. But after the first stanza, I stopped myself. Have you ever roasted chestnuts on an open fire? I asked my cat. After an eye roll paired with a sigh, he responded, no, and encouraged me to keep singing. I obliged, but the curiosity did not entirely disappear. I have roasted chestnuts in front of a fireplace. It's not that hard. You can buy chestnuts at any grocery store. What's the problem? You put them in a pan. You can do them with a pair of tongs and do them one at a time if you want. Anyway, while he was nestled all snug in his bed, visions of roasted chestnuts and sugar plums danced in my head. So you were snuggled up with your cat in bed and thinking about food. Huh. This is an increasingly sad lady.
Yeah, she just gets sadder and sadder.
Now on a mission, I grabbed my computer and excitedly looked up what these foods were. It wasn't just these 2 Santa snacks that I had sung of. Man, I'm tired and drunken. There are countless Christmas carols that croon of outdated delicacies. Okay, let's just jump ahead and see what they are.
I am drunk. So drunk, I cannot get up.
Really quick, thank you, Frank, for the donation. Your bartender appreciates the tips. Merry Christmas, and Germany needs to be ashamed for Marx. Ouch. Right? Because it's not like his philosophies caused hundreds of millions of deaths or anything. Right?
Not at all.
Thanks, Carl. Merry Christmas to you, you atheist fuck. Wealthy man, too, by the way. You know where he had time to sit around and pontificate about the different stratuses of society and things that he would never be affected by? Workers of the world unite indeed. The man never worked a day in his life. He's Bernie fucking Sanders. Spending other fucking people's money with high aspirations of how he could reorder the world. Anyway. No fan of communism here. Let's see. So the figgy pudding. There it is. There's your figgy pudding. I'll bring us some figgy pudding, etc., etc. Surprise, figgy pudding nearly resembles a gelatin, vanilla, or chocolate pudding you're used to. Except for our Australian contingent. That's probably a good thing, since figs rank high on our list of 25 most popular fruits. It's also known as Christmas pudding, or plum pudding. But there aren't any plums either. According to NPR, why am I not surprised that the cat lady who hangs out with her cat and dreams of food listens to NPR? And so is your beer of the best barley. Well,
I never heard of this.
Here we come, a wassailing. That's the name of the song I'm gathering. I've never heard that song.
No. Where are you getting your songs from, lady?
Unholy Reaper says.
Seriously.
Unholy Reaper says one of the owners just asked me to stop torturing this poor girl. It is all in good fun. It's fine.
Wait, stop torturing me.
He's no one's victim, believe me. Although you probably haven't tried a traditional cup of wassail, you've likely had something quite similar. Mulled cider. Yes, I have. That was.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Is that really what this is?
The name for the drink came from a greeting. Wassail, meaning be well, is what people would say when they held up a mug of spiced cider to toast to a good apple cider harvest for the fall.
Wait a minute. Is this just a ye-old version of like, what's that, my dude?
Boo! Really?
Is that all this is?
Wassail, what's up? Is that what you're going with that? That's what you took away from it?
Wassail, what's up? You gotta admit, it sounds pretty fucking similar.
Yeah, but I'm probably pronouncing it badly. I'm willing to bet.
No. Nah, you're pronouncing it right. I refuse to believe this is pronounced any other way.
What are those weird-looking flower deals in the pot? I mean, there's cinnamon sticks,
I've actually
cloves.
seen those around. I forget what they are though, but I've seen them.
Like, I've seen them before too. I just, like, come on, chat always, you guys are always up on the things. I mean, they're hard and they're dried.
Yeah.
Hard to see something from somewhere on the spice
They're like
rack.
a spice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always see them on the spice rack at Woolies.
In Shakespeare's time, wassail was a mulled punch that was made by boiling mead, an alcoholic beverage brewed with honey, with crab apples. Ah, I love me some crab apples. Eventually, the drink evolved to be...
Oh, you could make this then, with your crab apple.
You think it would keep very long? No, if it doesn't have any alcoholic content, probably not.
Star anise.
Oh,
Anise?
star...
Anise?
Is that what you think it is? Gayest person on YouTube? Star anise? Okay.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, everyone's saying it.
Cool. Shit, I had no idea that there was a... I mean, like I said, I've seen it before. So, is that like straight up black licorice tasting anise? Is it a particular kind of it? I guess I'm gonna have to look that up later. I'm curious now. Eventually, the drink evolved to be made with sugar, spices, apple cider, eggs, brandy, oranges, and topped with slices of toast. Speaking of toast, have you seen another article of mine that I'm shilling shamelessly for? I'm not going to read it out because I'm not going to do it.
Don't feed into their shillery.
Yeah. Sugar plums. Okay, you know what? I read this one before and I don't buy it because I read multiple articles and I have cookbooks from the period that tell me that that's not what sugar plums are. They're diced and candied pieces of dried fruit. And these are hard.
Well, let's just see how she fucks it up.
All right. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. If you could hazard a guess as to what sugar plums were, I wouldn't have to guess because I know. You'd probably guess that those purple pieces of gummy candy are sugared plums, the actual fruit. But you'd be wrong, says the cat lady dreaming of food. Sugar plums are not plums, but they are sugar. The now obsolete term refers to a type of candy called a dragee or a comfit, according to the Oxford English Dictionary. It's a sweet made from layers of sugar hardened around a central seed, nut, or kernel, like a modern-day jawbreaker. Traditionally, sugar plums would be made with either an almond or a caraway or cardamom seed at the center. The plum part of the candy likely refers to the fact that the sweet was a similar size and shape to the fruit. P.S. Did you know that I'm willing to shill for another article at the end of this one? Yes, I did. You know what kills me? Is that if you just go back a little bit, it'll say it didn't contain plums either. Yeah, that's because they... where is it? Plum pudding. But there are no plums either. According to NPR, a plum was a pre-Victorian generic term for any type of dried fruit, but more specifically raisins. But any type of dried fruit. Like I said, sugared dried fruit. You had all the evidence you needed in your figgy pudding reference, cat lady. Right. I'm probably...
Yeah, this is all clickbait. Ollie, you're reading clickbait.
No, I'm not. I'm reading...
Yeah, you are.
I'm reading something. There's the
There
chestnuts.
are other clickbait articles in this clickbait article.
Well...
This is clickbait.
Well, yeah, but she bothered to look up a few things. She just happens to be wrong about a lot of it. Clickbait articles. We're going to go on and read WikiHows on how to butt clap.
Yeah, but
It's not like we're known for
entertaining.
high quality material when we're drinking, okay?
At least that's fucking entertaining though. We're like, lol, what? You know? Look, you know what we're getting with the WikiHow. It's garbage, but it's funny garbage. This is just kind of infuriating in some bits.
And Functional and Blind Press are mocking me for butchering these words. That's fine. A lot of it is drunken slurred speech, so calm feet. I don't care. But is it like the French cooking term, confit? Is that the actual word of it? And I've heard that term before. But yeah.
Like, well, someone's gonna call you on your shit because I'm currently drawing Becky, so it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not spelled fight. It's You know, Far, that explains why you're not exactly active here. Far's not even paying attention. She's drawn, man.
I'm paying attention slightly.
Did you fucking hear that, chat? Jesus Christ.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
She's slightly paying attention and somehow garnering sympathy from Unholy Reaper's fucking boss from around the globe. She's not even bothering to pay attention to what's happening, but has all kinds of judgments about the clickbait quality of the articles. My God.
Everyone is sympathetic to Far. It's fine.
Let's see. It makes sense that it was inspired. Just talk about chestnuts here. The chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I won't read the prefatory stuff. It makes sense that the word was inspired by his childhood, meaning the author of the song, considering his song, the Christmas song, as well as Sleigh Ride, were written in the 1940s, right before the American chestnut species went extinct after succumbing to a blight that started in the early 1900s, according to the U.S. nonprofit American Forest Foundation. That's why you probably don't see this as a sidewalk snack as much anymore. If you ever do see chestnuts, they're likely imported from Italy. Okay, you know what? I actually looked this up because I was curious about chestnuts earlier on because I was reading about like Christmas cooking. You're wrong on so many things, lady. Okay, they're not imported from Italy. Most chestnuts come from China now, and a lot from Greece as well. Succumbing to not all American chestnut trees succumb to the blight, though most of them did. There's still patches of them around, and people are trying to genetically retrofit them back into healthiness by splicing blight-resistant chestnut tree limbs onto the few patches of trees that are left. Some in Michigan, some over here, some over there. And do you want to know where the blight came from, Far?
Where?
China. Seriously.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody planted Chinese chestnut trees in Long Island. And it wasn't the trees, it was the blight on the bark, living on the bark. So a Chinese blight wiped out American chestnut trees, and now there's nothing but Chinese trees left in America, basically. Take from that what you will.
Did it again.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't reading anything into it, but clearly you are.
Yeah.
Pudding.
I won't deny it. Pudding?
Yes. She's double dipping on the pudding thing. You know, this looks a lot like the magic pudding. You know, the Australian kids thing?
Yeah. Yeah, the magic. Oh, I want to reread that book or watch the movie. I just haven't done it yet.
And it's a Christmas time story, right? The magic pudding?
Not technically. It's just I associate it with Christmas.
Oh, fair
When I
enough.
was a kid, for some fucking reason, that was the movie they decided to play on ABC every Christmas. I don't think they do it anymore, but just it's the thing I remember watching every Christmas as a kid.
Fair
I
enough.
haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah, it's kind of like how on Easter, it was we're gonna replay the Ten Commandments, and it's like because of Passover. You know, it's kind of a reach, but okay, it works. So like every Easter growing up, I remember like on network television would play the Charlton Heston Ten Commandments, the Moses story, and I guess it does.
Yeah.
I guess it does end with the origin of the Passover high holiday,
I mean,
but
that still makes more sense though, because that's religious.
mm-hmm.
The magic pudding, however, that's just like that has nothing to do with Christmas, as far as I remember. Like absolutely nothing.
I mean, there's a bunch of Aussies in chat. Did you guys read The Magic Pudding when you were kids? I've seen this book now because Far sent me images of it, and it's like, I think he looks a little mean personally, and the way he.
No, oh no, he is. He is a bastard.
Okay, well then
The
makes
magic
sense.
pudding is a fucking bastard. Like he's not nice. It's just, but he's not. But it's not like the kind of thing of like, wow, he's a dick and you hate him. It's just more, oh, he's a lovable scamp.
Ramen Noodle.
Like that kind of bastard.
Ramen Noodle 78 is off to work. Well, have a good day at work, Bob Cratchit, and try and get off as early as you can, though.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy your Christmas as much as you can. RVA Dar says confit is short for confection. I didn't know that. Cool. All right. I learned something. And if you pay attention, you can learn something too, Far.
Okay, I'm paying attention.
All right.
It's okay.
Let's see. Over the river and through the woods. Over the river and through the woods. Now grandmother's cap I spy. Hurrah for the fun. Is the pudding done? Although the words sound familiar, maybe to you, cat lady, you likely haven't eaten the kind of pudding Linda Maria Child was referring to in her 1845 poem, The New England Boys' Song About Thanksgiving Day, which evolved into a Christmas song in the 1870s. Here's a fun fact. I'm a lonely single woman that talks to my cat as if it's a boyfriend.
Oh my god, Evolved Potato, have you never heard about the magic pudding?
It wears its own bowl on its head.
Oh, you sad, sad child. No, this is like classic Australian literature right here. Like, oh my god.
I thought Blinky Bill was the quintessential.
No, that is too. Like, everyone's heard of Blinky Bill, but then, like, right up second, Magic Pudding. Like, holy fuck.
Miss Lilith knows. She's got a copy of the Magic Pudding somewhere.
Yeah, like, I've got a copy of it on my shelf. It's not a long book. It's pretty short.
And Kung Fu Joe has misunderstood the, what would you call it, orb of pudding here to be a haggis. No. That's,
No.
It's
Oh god, no.
It's a boiled dried fruit bread cake. Would that be fair? Is that a fair enough?
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't call it dry. Usually puddings, the point isn't to be dry, but I don't know if that's because that's how they do them in the modern times or what.
Okay.
Yeah, because usually if it's a dry pudding, it sucks. But that's usually why also, with a lot of the stuff, they do stuff it with fruit. Because fruit makes it moisture.
Just like in We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Child, the author of this poem, was likely referring to a figgy pudding. But unlike the more recent evolution of figgy pudding that you saw in the first song, but that you forgot about where it explained what plums were, I've been a real bastard to this woman, aren't I? But the looks of the illustration that accompanied the 19th century poem, this round pudding was made in a cheesecloth bag that was boiled for several hours in a pot, as detailed in the History of American Cooking by Merrill Smith. Is she one of the fucking people that ripped off the American Orphan?
Probably. And Unholy Reaper is asking me, and everyone here is wondering, what the fuck is the magic pudding? Classic Australian children's literature. No, basically, it's just a story about three guys, like, a bushwalker, a penguin, and a koala who hang out with a magic pudding that's sentient. I really, that's it. That's the whole fucking thing. there's like poems involved and songs and shit. It's great. It's great.
Really? Okay, I didn't realize that, like, if he's a bastard, like, I don't know, is he singing evil things? Like, I don't understand. Why is it enjoyable if he's such a prick?
No, because it's more, he comes from the point of, like, I don't actually want to be eaten, despite regenerating and all that sort of stuff. I think that's what it was.
Wait. Hold.
I haven't actually...
Wait a minute. Despite regenerating, is that why he's magical? People try and eat parts of him and he grows back?
Yeah, because he can turn into any kind of pudding.
Okay.
He can turn into any kind of pudding, and if you eat him completely, he regenerates. So bam, infinite pudding.
So
that's why everyone wants it. Because infinite food.
Well, no wonder he's angry. Everyone's trying to devour him all the time, and he just keeps respawning. Yeah, I'd be a little angry too.
Yeah, but again, I haven't read it in so long, so I forget some of the details.
Oh, Chaos Eve is here. Hey, Eve. Merry Christmas Eve morning to you, Eve.
Yeah, you have no excuse though. I think my sister is about the same age as you. She knows what it is.
So let's Goose. Hey, you guys are on here heard me carrying on about how much I want to try a Christmas goose. So it's we're used to eating turkey and ham on Christmas Day. You mean like we who? Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. Where are you getting these poems from, lady?
Yeah. Where the... This is just like... Did she like just go on a Google and type in old-timey Christmas poems?
Considering how clickbaity this whole article has been, I'm willing to bet that she lifted the entire concept off of somebody else. Like, it was probably like 10 lesser-known Christmas traditional foods or something like that. And she turned it into like 6 lesser-known and did her own half-ass Google research.
Good, I'm glad there's a lot of confused faces right now on Holy Reaper.
Love it. It's great. You're confusing people working on Firearms. Stop. It's not...
No, because then I can bring up the Gumnut babies. That's even more confusing and disturbing.
Oh, Chaos Eve has heard this one. The Muppets even did that one, like in the Muppets Christmas Carol. I've got that one on my external hard drive, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. And RV Adar says that he grew up with a Christmas goose. That's awesome. That's awesome. I have had goose, but never like a classic traditional roast goose with gravy for Christmas. And I want to do that because I liked goose when I tried it. I like dark turkey meat, and people compare it to that a lot. It was a long time ago when I had goose. I've had duck more recently, and people compare it to that, and that was fucking fantastic. We're used to eating turkey or ham on Christmas, but people don't. People used to eat goose, and some still do, like RV Adar. The lyrics are referring to the fact that farmers wouldn't harvest a goose until after the freezing weather, which is associated with Christmas time, except for the Australians. When geese are exposed to cold weather, they start putting on a layer of fat that keeps them warm, but it also makes them taste better. We don't eat goose as much now because it was an animal that has a preference for grazing, which makes it harder to raise them in factory farm conditions. It's much more likely that you'll enjoy turkey for your holiday feast, in which case I can suggest another article that I've written. Yeah, so there it is. There's the complete thing.
There's more chill.
Say that again?
There's more chill.
Yeah, that was a pretty shill-tastic article, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty rough.
Yeah.
I was reading a few people talking in Monkey's chat about shooting Canadian geese. They're like long, like they've got like a black neck except for this patch underneath their throat. We see them when they're doing their migration thing every year when they're flying south. They fly kind of past where I'm at. I'm surprised that you can't shoot them and eat them, because from what I understand, they're like the furthest thing from endangered ever. Let's see. So let's do some WikiHow, shall we?
Yeah.
So we have
How this shit.
we've got options, man. We have some great fucking options. We have a sequel to one that we did before.
Yeah, oh, we have a couple of sequels actually. Things that could be considered a sequel. You know?
Yeah. Should we start with the?
Because once I found one, I just kept kind of finding them. You know?
Yeah. By accident, or they just happen to be coming up?
Well, I typed in like one thing, and then I kept finding all. I found the one, and then after that, I kept finding all the others.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just not even on purpose. Finding those ones, like, oh, okay, shit.
Well, for those of you who were here at the bar last night, like I said earlier, Far had some technical problems. She managed to work them out largely today. You're not dropping, which is good. But this is one that I wanted to cover, so I think we should do it now.
Oh no.
How to booty clap. Doesn't everyone want to know? And this is recently updated, December 19th, 2019. So this is the latest updated information on how to booty clap, ladies and gentlemen. Booty clapping, ass clapping, or booty bouncing is a hip-hop dance move that literally causes the rear end of the dancer to make a clapping noise. Booty clapping is usually seen in rap videos and in gentlemen's clubs. But these days it's become mainstream, and suburban kids and college kids want to master the art of booty clapping. All right. Method number 1, jumping up and down. Stand with your feet together. Your feet should be at a normal stance with the feet under the hips, but less than shoulder width apart. Take a wider stance if necessary to feel balanced. However, the feet closer together is the norm. Stand on the balls of your feet. Slowly start to rise up on your toes and shift your weight to the balls of your feet. If you don't have a good sense of balance or feel as though you might fall over, then dancing at all is not for you and get the fuck out of here. Then take this opportunity to take a slightly wider stance. But if balance is not a problem, keep your feet close together. Apparently, feet placement is critical when it comes to the booty clap, Far. Are you paying attention to this? You're going to want to know how to do this next time you go to the club. Far. Look at this picture. Oh, Far dropped. She might have dropped in anger. Step number 3, bounce up and down. Once you've stabilized yourself on your toes, start to bounce up and down quickly. Do not squeeze your butt cheeks. You should feel your butt cheeks start to clap against each other. Okay, this method works best for people that already have a big butt. Try pulling your hands against the wall for support, leaning on the wall, and it will allow you to bounce faster without feeling like you're going to fall over. Yeah, that's called the gas pedal. To do a variation of this move, you can squat down with your feet shoulder width apart and bend your torso over at about 45 degrees. Then bounce up and down on the balls of your feet. Practice a lot. It sounds simple, but many people still have trouble with it and are unable to do it. Yeah, I will get into that Evolved Potato. I was looking for the link. I was waiting for Far to post her own link. Bending the knees is method number 2. Stand with your feet together. Again, just as before, the feet don't need to be right next to each other. Blah, blah, blah. If you're going to place your feet closer together, lean up against the wall or chair for extra support. Oh, shit. Look at the curves on this girl. Oh, yeah. Lean on that chair, baby. Number 2, stand on the balls of the feet. Slowly rise up on your toes and shift your weight to the balls of your feet. Use a wall or chair to help you balance. We're going to get more vibration. There's the position. Look at that. That's sexy, isn't it? Bend your knees slightly, then straighten them. And then bend your knees again and straighten them. Do this slowly at first, then much faster.
There we go.
Hello.
So as soon as you mentioned, like, yeah, she was having technical issues last night,
Uh-huh.
guess what happened?
You had more technical issues. That's right.
Yeah.
KSU, you just posted Far's link, and go buy her shit. Like the
Shit.
like the Pocket Fetus Christmas Edition T-shirt, as you see right here.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know you want it.
Yeah. So what are you talking about?
We're talking about clapping the butt.
Oh, shit.
So method 3 is arching the back, which is also useful in doggy style. Just saying, it's true. Similar to other methods, I'm just saying. Similar to other methods, your feet can be at a normal distance, less than shoulder width apart. Okay, man, enough with the specificity on it. Rise up on your toes. You can use your calf and thigh muscles to rise up on your toes. So you shift your weight to your toe box. Your toe box?
Your toe box.
You did dance that required a leotard. You ever heard of the toe box?
No. What the fuck is a toe box?
I'm assuming it's the, I don't know, the underside of the foot where you're, I don't know. I'm speculating now.
I mean, like, there's the balls of your feet, like, your heels? Like, I don't understand.
Number 3, arch your back. As you do this, your chest should poke out. If this helps, think about making a curve in your back that looks like a C. Stand in front of the mirror and readjust to make sure you don't look awkward. It should make your chest pop.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, look
I
at this
nothing.
picture. This is rotate your hips down forcefully is step number 4. Then move them up again. Continue to bounce as you do this. After you move your hips down, they should almost naturally spring up against because of the momentum. Then repeat the motion. Pelvis up, pelvis down. Bounce as fast as you can, and you should hear your butt cheeks clap together.
Oh my god.
This is fucking epic.
Oh my god.
You know you're doing it right when your butt cheeks make a sound like they are clapping. Use your body weight and slip like it. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, there's community questions.
Oh, great.
Question. Am I going to make my friends jealous? Answer. It depends on what kind of friends you
Yes.
have, but it is possible.
Yes, you'll make your friends incredibly jealous by booty clapping. Yep.
What if my butt is really big and it drops me down?
What?
It might help to do. You mean like the force of gravity is actually pulling your ass right to the ground? Well, you should be involved in far less strenuous exercise than booty clapping. You need to like take like some, moderate exercise like daily walks. It might help to do some wall sit exercises and squats to strengthen the muscles to keep it up. Some core exercises might also help. Question. Can guys booty clap? The answer is no. Question.
It's not that they can it's that they should. Should they?
Is booty clapping at a school dance appropriate? It depends on what grade you're in and if your school has specific rules regarding suggestive dancing. What if your butt is too small? The answer is, do these steps even you have a smaller butt? Yeah, I'm reading that right. Do these steps even you have a smaller butt? It doesn't matter how large your butt is. Well, it does if it's pulling you to the ground, like the lady who asked the second question. Right. What if I don't have a mirror? You can practice anyway, or you can record yourself on your phone and then post it to the internet for likes and retweets.
I am drunk.
So I
drunk.
temporarily
I cannot
dropped
get
and
up.
just came back. What the fuck?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but if I disconnect again, just don't be surprised.
All right, fair enough. Thank you very much for the tip, RVA Dard. Says, Polly, I was wrong. Merry Christmas. The word is confit, pronounced confit. Derives from the French verb confire, which simply means to preserve. Traditionally, confit simply refers to any sort of preserved food, whether it's meat, fruit, or vegetables. Well, there you go. Are you learning far?
Yes.
Good.
I feel very cultured now.
Do I have to wear heels? It's more difficult with heels. Practice with flats first, because you may lose your balance. And if you have a big butt, broken bones could result.
So, you have a big ass. You could break bones. Okay.
No, I made that last part up.
Oh. Oh, well... Here's the thing, you can't tell what you make up and what is actually said in the WikiHow article. Because, you know...
Right?
That's the thing, like, you could legitimately be there.
You know, Blind Press has a good point. Jazz cheeks. You can't do this everywhere. What if someone takes a point of privilege exception? And they don't want their post-traumatic stress to be triggered by the fact that you're clapping your big fat ass in front of them. Think about it. Come on, get woke.
Yeah.
Jazz cheeks. How can I make my butt bigger to do these steps? The size of your butt doesn't matter, just have fun. But if you want to make your butt bigger, you can use padding.
Yeah, do you really want to do that though?
Oh, fuck. What do I do if my booty clap is very loud because my butt's too big? It's just... Yeah.
Can we please have that a meme? Like, what do I do if I want a booty clap but my butt's too big, so it'll make too much noise?
Well, the response is you should be proud of making loud noises. Few people can make a loud clap.
Oh my god.
You heard it here, folks. If your butt's making loud noises, you'd be proud. That's... Jesus. All right. See, I found an article that related directly to this one.
Oh, does this one have a sequel?
How to get a badonkadonk.
Oh my god. Is this the prequel?
Well, or what leads into it. It's,
No, I'd say this is the prequel, and then you go into clapping booty. Right? Because you gotta have the booty to do it, right?
And this one is
Right?
this one was updated earlier this year, so that's good. Yeah, I guess. Like because the last question is what if I got a big old butt? And then previously it was asked, how do I get a big old butt so I can do it? And this article is how to get a badonkadonk. In recent years, large, shapely backside, also referred to as badonkadonks and donkey butts, have taken the world of feminine beauty by storm. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lopez, and Beyonce are often called pioneers of the trend. The trend of having a big fat ass.
Yikes. That's all I got. Yikes.
Well, Mustafa says, ladies, take notes. Well, much of your badonkadonk potential comes down to genetics. It is definitely possible to build and accentuate a shapely backside through exercise, diet, and fashion choices.
Fashion choices?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Focus on your glutes. Any good combination of cardio and weight training will help tone and shape your body, but in order to achieve a badonkadonk, you need to focus on your gluteus maximus, the muscle that forms the underlying shape of your butt. Any motion that pushes your body up engages the glutes. It is possible to actually make your butt bigger and rounder by encouraging your glutes to grow through specific muscle building exercises.
Okay.
Number 2, use weights. How? She's lifting small dumbbells with her arms. How's that going to make her ass bigger?
I don't know. Like, is the arm muscle connected to the butt muscle or something? Is it like the Dem Bones song?
Well,
You know, except muscles.
well, yeah. And it just is like, it's the same thing as the gluteus maximus thing. And then power squats are number 3. So ladies, get into the power squats. Then barbell squats, number 4. And then consider back-friendly squat alternatives. So press with your legs. So when you're in a gym and you see a lady doing this, it's because she wants louder booty claps. It's not wrong to assume that. Do weighted
In
lunges.
fact, it is correct to assume that.
Of all potatoes, it's 1 a.m., so I'm going off. I'm going to bail out. See you in the morning. All right. Have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, good night.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas.
So do plyometric exercises. Plyometric exercises such as jump squats, jump lunges, and box jumps will not only help you build muscle, but they'll also boost your metabolism and help you burn calories. I thought you wanted a big ass. This is a key to making your movements explosive. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't have to make sense. It's just WikiHow, Polly.
Yes. Engage your glutes whenever you can. Remember what I was saying about doggy style? Yeah, that's what they're talking about here. Switch things up regularly. Go walking with the guy that wants to be able to make his butt clap. It's, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Taking care of yourself. Number 1, be prepared to put in the time. Getting the popular badonkadonk look of a large, shapely backside and a small waist takes dedication. Be prepared to eat healthy and work out at least a little bit every day. Celebrity badonkadonk gurus Kim Kardashian, J-Lo, and Beyonce all claim to work out for at least 1 hour each day. Can we just focus on the fact that Kim Kardashian was just called a badonkadonk guru? I mean, that shit's fake, guys.
That's like injections and shit.
Yeah.
That's not achievable.
Nor should it be achieved. It's just
No.
always warm up and
No,
cool
that's
down.
What it's like that's not.
Give your muscles time to recover, eat healthy, ensure you get enough protein. Don't lose too much weight. Don't lose too much weight. As you exercise and eat right, you may find that you lose weight. This is great as long as you don't get too skinny. A badonkadonk is the opposite of a skinny supermodel butt. Leave your hang-ups about flab and cellulite behind. Badonkadonk fans care more about size and shape and how you carry yourself than they do on how tight your butt is. Kim Kardashian, for example, is open about loving her bumpy bits, which apparently is what she calls her cellulite, her bumpy bits.
I was sure that's what she calls her fat and not what she calls all the injections that somehow get misplaced in her body.
Good call. So I want to hear about the padded pants. Knowing how to work it. Wear jeans that make your butt pop. Part of the allure of a large shapely butt is its presentation. Investing in a pair of perfect fitting jeans is essential to accentuating your badonkadonk. Look for jeans with the Brazilian waistband. A very low-rise jean with a short zipper, no more than a few inches long. If you have a small waist, very high-waisted jeans will highlight your waist-to-hip ratio and help accentuate your ass. Jeans with smaller back pockets and or detailing in and around the butt will also help make your butt look bigger. Will it? Okay.
Okay.
Wear tight-fitting but stretchy pants. Yeah, you do this far. You're a fan of the stretch pants, right?
Yeah.
Are you trying to accentuate your badonkadonk?
Not really.
No.
No. It's just comfy.
So wear the stretch pants. Consider having dresses and skirts tailored. Okay. It can be difficult to find great fitting clothes if you've got a badonkadonk, particularly if you have a small waist too. Getting your clothes tailored will ensure a perfect fit. Kim Kardashian has all of her dresses tailored so that they cup her butt.
Stop using Kim Kardashian. She's not a good role model.
And number 4, finally, is shake it. The appeal of a badonkadonk is not how it looks, but how it moves. You may already notice a bit more pep in your step from just all the exercise you've been doing. Oh, there's an article on learn how to walk like a diva.
Oh, Jesus.
What is this girl wearing? This looks like Laney Bot outfit or something.
Yeah, what?
She's got, like,
what are either of them wearing?
She's got stretch pants on that don't match. Black army boots, a skirt, and a man's dress shirt.
I mean, like, the woman on the left isn't really doing much better either, because that's like... What? That looks like something a little kid would wear, you know?
Yeah, it looks like a little kid's tutu dance outfit.
Yeah, this is just strange.
The one question is, how do I be skinny and have a big butt? Oh, be a genetic oddity?
Yeah?
I don't know. That's like asking, how do you have the V-shaped male figure? It's like, have Arnold Schwarzenegger's genetics? It's got a lot to do with
Yeah,
it.
basically.
Did you ever see Arnold Schwarzenegger's illegitimate son?
No?
So Arnold Schwarzenegger's living with, what's her name? His wife, before she divorced his dumb ass. Maria Shriver. Right? They have this short, dumpy, Latina maid, and Schwarzenegger was banging her on the side.
I know the story.
Okay, so he knocked her up. If I don't know, you never seen that kid? He's fucking huge.
No.
He's massive. It's like, well, what a surprise. Arnold Schwarzenegger's his father. It's like, well, you take a look at his mother, and it's like, she's like 5 feet tall. Little short, fat thing shaped like a pear. And it's like, I don't know. I think people need to be a lot more comfortable with the skin they're in, if you know what I mean. It's...
Yeah.
Because a lot of it just comes down to genetics, which means it's outside of your control. That's nothing you should feel any kind of responsibility for, you know? V8 exercise. How to get a huge butt. That was another one. Look at this, chat. Look, it's an entire other article. How to... Don't worry, we're not going to go over this one too, but... Another one on how to get a huge butt.
Good.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's, I think this is the one that has the, how to pad your butt instructions at the bottom.
Well...
Try spa and medical treatments.
Oh yeah, I never actually sent the... Did I ever send the sequel ones I had? I never did I?
Which one? Yes, you did. I got them. Try microcurrent fake ass treatments. No, I got that one.
You know...
The one you just...
You got that one? Yeah. Okay. Just, making sure.
Yeah, see, here's the option. Meet with a board-certified plastic surgeon to discuss surgical options. If you're very unhappy with your appearance, you could be like a Hollywood idiot.
Don't get butt implants. Just don't. That's not a look you're gonna want.
Well, be comfortable. So, Cassie's making fun of me. She's like, be comfortable with the skin you're in. I'm glad to hear you're part of the fat acceptance movement. Totally what I meant. I'm glad you got the proper takeaway from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being comfortable with the skin you're in is not... but they weren't, were they? I don't believe they were born that fat. They weren't comfortable with the skin they're in. They just kept eating. They made themselves that way. So, there you go.
Jeez. I mean, you're not wrong. But, wow.
Okay, let's do this one. This is the one that Far's talking about. How to tell if a girl is trying to steal your boyfriend.
The sequel to How to Steal Another Girl's Boyfriend.
Yeah. If any of you were here, we did that one previously. How to steal someone's boyfriend from them.
I found several either what could be considered sequels or variations of it.
Yeah. So here you are, ladies. How to tell if a girl's trying to steal your man. Watching a girl flirt with your boyfriend can be emotionally challenging and unpleasant. She might laugh extra loudly at his jokes, touch him in an overly affectionate way, or flirt in general, in public. Figuring out what you're going to do in this situation is hard because you don't want to falsely accuse her or your boyfriend of infidelity. But you're also hurt by their actions. You can know whether or not this girl is attempting to take your boyfriend from you. That is what this article is for. You can also take action to ensure that you feel secure and loved in your relationship. Read from step number 1 below to tell if a girl is trying to steal your man.
Oh boy.
This is written by Paul Cherna, a licensed professional counselor. Okay.
Oh shit. So we got another scam artist. Got it.
Yeah. It's like a licensed
No
professional
one.
counselor. That's
I refuse to believe that
life
any of
coach.
these people that are like verified on WikiHow are actual professionals.
what?
I
Yeah,
refuse.
Professional fucking
There's
grifter.
no fucking way.
No shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no fucking way. I mean, like, Polly, you've done psychology, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're a professional, okay? Imagine this: you're a professional, and you go into WikiHow. Like,
Oh,
really?
and then read stuff like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
or you write stuff like this. Like, how? Like, that seems like a waste of a degree.
What do you mean? For them?
No, of like, yeah. To go on, it's like, oh yeah, what do you do with your life?
Oh, I thought you meant like, well, because I don't believe that this person even has a degree. That's my point. They're a
No, I don't think so either, but I'm just like saying, like, imagine if someone actually did and they started writing articles on WikiHow.
Mhm. Oh
How
yeah.
incredibly fucking sad that would be.
No shit. A licensed professional counselor. I find it hard to believe this guy's got a university degree in psychology or counseling. I think that that's some made up life coach bullshit.
No, because I've skimmed through this article,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just to check like what was actually in it. And some of the stuff in here, it's kind of like, this doesn't seem like something that would come from a fucking professional counselor.
It's a little
you know?
little iffy, is it?
Yeah, a little iffy, you know?
All right. Let's see.
It's like, I mean, some of it's solid, but some of it's just kind of like, what the fuck, man?
I thought you were asking like, what do like psychologists think when they come read this stuff?
No, but I'm saying, like, imagine, like, you're a professional. Like, and you go on here,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, ah, yes, I could write one of these articles.
No, they'd have
I
better
could give
things to
them
do with their
professional
time.
advice. Like, no.
It's
Yeah, no, that's a fucking waste of time. It's WikiHow.
number 1. Notice how she flirts. Just because she flirts with your boyfriend does not mean she's trying to steal him. She might flirt with him to build up her own self-esteem or because she wants to be friends with him. Does she flirt with everyone or just with your boyfriend specifically? Does she generally come off as flirty? If she does, it's doubtful that your boyfriend is a special case. If she makes a special effort to flirt with your boyfriend, she might have a crush on him. Here are some flirty behaviors to watch for. She puts her hand on his forearm or touches him frequently. She makes eye contact with him.
Oh my god. She makes eye contact with him. Yeah. She's trying to steal your man because she's making eye contact. Yeah. Yep. Seems legit.
Yeah. She laughs at all of his jokes. What if he's hilarious? She moves her body so that she faces him instead of him talking to the back of her head. I don't.
That's just polite if you're talking to someone.
She initiates conversation with him.
That's just. But people do. What the?
Yeah,
This is like.
that's a little touchy.
Feeding into jealousy.
Yeah. I mean,
This is feeding into the jealousy. Holy crap.
he says, rule number 2. If a hoe exists on the same plane of existence as your man, she's trying to steal him.
Yeah. Well, according to this article, I guess that's legit.
Number 2. See if she wants to be alone with him. If the girl wants to be alone with your boyfriend, it demonstrates that her flirting is not just for social power and esteem. Make note of when they spend time together. Look out for the following things. She invites him to outings where there will be just the two of them, such as movies or lunch at a coffee shop. She asked him to do her favors, such as change a light bulb, where he would go somewhere alone with her. That's the best example you can come up with. Change a fucking light bulb. She asked him to go on walks with her. Okay, if these things are going on and your man's not going to come tell you, oh yeah, so I'm going for a walk with Karen. Who's Karen? Oh, that flirty girl I met today. We're going to go for a walk on the beach. What? When he says he's going to do something, such as get a glass of water in the next room, she invites herself and goes with him. Picture that for a second, chat. Okay, I'm a little thirsty. I'm going to go get a drink of water. Oh, I'll go with you. What? Nobody's that unsubtle, man. Yes, Eve? What would you like? Number 3. See if she texts or calls him frequently. That's right. Go through your man's phone. It's the only way to know. Oh, far dropped again. God damn it. Reaper, all the women here now are just staring at the speakers and the guys are yelling, "Shut up! You're about to get kicked off the speaker system." Well, I blame wikihow.com. I'm just reading what the fuck's this guy's name? Paul Cherniak, licensed professional counselor, is saying. All right, I do not support, I merely report what he's saying. Mustafa says, you should probably be especially worried if she asks him for help with her plumbing. Yeah, right? See, just waiting to see if Far comes back here. Fuck. See if she texts or calls him frequently. If your boyfriend is secretive about his texts with her, does she call or text him more than you would a platonic friend? Although this communication does not mean that she wants to be more than friends, it can be a red flag. If you see someone texting with your boyfriend frequently, ask him who it is. If he is dodgy or defensive about it, it might be her. Or you're like a, I don't know, like being a hawk and looking over his shoulder every time he looks at his phone. What happens if he's just reading WikiHow? Going through your boyfriend's texts might be an invasion of privacy. If he seems as though he's lying, have a conversation. Have a conversation with him about trust. Oh yeah, that's going to go over great. It's not letting me back in. I keep reloading, but I'm on my own in the hangout. What the actual fuck? Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do then. I will launch a new hangout and send you the link. Oh, wait, shit, she came back.
Holy fuck.
Can you hear me?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the hell happened, but I kept coming back in. It didn't give me a prompt like, hey, join the hangout. Instead, it just dropped me right in there, but I was by myself.
That's weird.
That's a new one.
That happened to Jack Inquisitor and myself one time for comic book curation. We were all in separate hangouts, even though I had sent them the same link.
No, I've had the separate hangout thing happen before, but I've never had it where it's just instantaneously dropped me in.
Ah.
Like, it didn't give me a prompt like, join the hangout. It just put me in there.
So the licensed professional counselor says that going through your boyfriend's texts might be an invasion of privacy.
Oh, just might?
That's right. It might.
Oh, okay.
Dealing with jealousy. Acknowledge your jealousy. Naming your jealousy is the first step to overcoming it. I call it relentless. A friend of mine calls it Barry.
My jealousy, it's called Rosalind? That's what I've decided to call mine. Oh, shit.
You should call your jealousy Becky, because that's some basic shit right there. Okay.
No, Becky's better than that.
Jealousy.
Leave Becky out of this.
Jealousy in small
She has
doses.
enough problems.
she does. It's true. Jealousy in small doses can be a positive thing for a relationship because it reminds you that you want to be in a monogamous relationship. However, do not let your jealousy consume you. Name it as jealousy and try to mentally separate it from the rest of your life. This is very anime-esque, not so much in the art, but like in the art style of drawing, but it's like everyone's blushing and moony-eyeing at each other. It's what I always see in the animes that girls watch. Oh, here's where you got that picture from. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I got the image from.
Far, for those who want to, I actually made this into a fucking emoji, this screaming face here. That's...
Yeah. I have no fucking regrets. It's fantastic. This is...
And this girl finds her anger and outrage kind of hilarious.
Wouldn't you? Like, although I guess like it's hilarious when it's like this, but it'd be more horrifying. Like, imagine in person actually opening their jaw to that.
Yeah.
Like, they just unhinge their jaw.
That is a gaping maw, to be sure.
Yeah.
Number 2, know that you don't have to act on your jealous feelings. You hear that, co-workers of Reaper? Don't act. You don't have to on your jealous feelings. Just leave it alone. Jealous feelings that are only feelings, after all. Understand that what you think and what occurs in reality may not be identical. Yeah, right. Tell that to half the people on Twitter. Accept your...
Just let it go, Polly. Just let it go.
No, I won't. Twitter's a fucking sewer, and you know it's true, alright?
Yes, it is. It is a sewer, but you gotta let it go.
Accept your jealous feelings as jealous feelings, but do not mistake them for what is actually happening. These jealous feelings are separate from your feelings for your relationship with your boyfriend. What are you... The fuck kind of word salad was that? What did you even say there? You have...
He's a professional, Polly.
You have feelings. Feelings about your feelings that are
Yes.
separate from the other feels that you have.
Yeah. This is professional speak, Polly. You don't have to understand it.
Number 3, think about your positive traits, like your unnaturally large jawline. Write down 3 things that you like about yourself every day. Don't do that. Daily affirmation, that's some new age garbage, man. It's
Yeah, no, don't do that.
like making a list like in therapy or for yourself as self-actualization.
That's one thing.
Yeah, to do once, like as a list or every so often, but right now 3 things you like about yourself every day, that's daily affirmation new age garbage. That's self-indulgence. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't. No one needs that. Really?
Did I actually say that, Eve?
Yeah, I think you did at some point.
Was I drunk?
Probably.
Sewers of fucking Twitter. Ugh.
Yes, it was fucking Twitter.
Let's see. Give yourself a compliment too. Oh, wait a minute. Every time you give yourself a put down, give yourself a compliment too. Improving your own self-esteem and focusing on your own positive qualities remind you that you are an awesome person to date. Yeah, stare into the mirror questioningly. That's a great habit to get into.
What does this have to do with feeling jealous, though?
I guess the idea is that if you feel jealous, it's because you also feel inadequate in some kind of way. So if you fix your adequacy issues, a lot of your jealousy will be ameliorated. I don't know.
But that's fucking dumb.
Are you trying to tell the licensed professional counselor how to do his job?
Yes!
Number 3. Expressing your feelings about your
Polly.
boyfriends. Holy shit, look, she's got hate vision. You see it? I mean, she's making him break out in cold sweat. She's got the hate vision. Damn. Number 1.
Yeah.
Make a list of what makes you uncomfortable. Think about...
Oh my god, so many lists. So many fucking lists.
Yeah, this is how you end up writing these incessantly self-regarding diaries where it's just daily, every day, right?
Yeah. This is like... I don't think this is the kind of shit that's gonna help your jealousy. I think this is the kind of shit that's gonna feed into it, you know? It's like, instead of thinking like, oh, is she better than me? It's like, oh, why is he even focusing on her? I'm better than her. Like, it's just going the opposite direction.
Hey, Cynical Lindsay, what's going on? Welcome to the bar. I want to take this picture and replace this guy with the cat and this with the screaming lady pointing her finger.
Oh my god, yeah. You're not wrong.
Let's see. Is it that you feel your boyfriend is paying more attention to her than to you? Do you wish your boyfriend would spend less time with his friends and more time just with you? Do you wish your boyfriend was more into anal and you didn't always have to ask? Try to pinpoint exactly what makes you uncomfortable. Here are some specific examples of situations that might make you uneasy. The girl touches your boyfriend in what you think is an inappropriate way. If it's cupping his balls, yes. If it's touching him on the shoulder, she's probably just flirty. On weekends, your boyfriend spends more time with her than he does with you. Yeah, that's a real bad sign. That's no question. Your boyfriend texts or calls her when you two are spending quality time together. And they flirt in front of you. What is this guy doing? He's standing in a wind tunnel?
I'm not sure. Like, what is he supposed to be doing? Is he dancing?
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Because he's supposed to be in like mid-collar pop or something, and this is like his cool look. I don't
fucking know, but either way, it's really weird.
Yeah. Number 2, wait a day. Let your thoughts sit a while your jealousy simmers down a little bit. Make sure that the issues you address in your list are really what is bothering you. Look again at your list the next day and revise it.
Don't stop with the lists.
Yeah, man.
Stop.
Number 3, talk to your boyfriend in a quiet, calm setting. Designate a time to have a conversation, just the two of you. Honey, I'd like to sit down and talk about my feelings and our relationship, because he's definitely going to show up happy about that one. That's every man wants that shit.
Oh, God. Yeah. That's going to be a great conversation.
Cynical Lindsay, I got to get into the Christmas spirit. I'll take an eggnog and SoCo. Southern Comfort? God, eggnog's pretty sweet on its own. You want to mix Southern Comfort? I mean, I'm a big fan of eggnog and bourbon. Are you sure you just don't want that? Because Southern Comfort's just sugar water and bourbon. But it's a thought.
Maybe she just wants a sugar water.
Yeah, who am I to argue with the customers? They can have what they want. Fine.
Exactly. Just give her sugar water. It's fine.
Doesn't need a time to talk to him. Don't talk to him when you are initially upset. You hear that, ladies? For Christ's sake, take that one to heart. Like, for real though. That's not venting. That's rehearsing anger. There's some actual psychology for you. If you can't let a little while go, and if you feel the need to argue at the moment you're angry, that is not venting. It's rehearsing anger. It will cement feelings that are possibly temporary, and they will seem real specifically because you engaged with them. Again, actual psychology. All right, anyway.
Oh my God, Eve. Honey, I don't like it when you stick your dick in other women.
And then...
Or maybe if you did, Karen, I wouldn't have to. Like, oh my God.
Well, anal could be problematic in 2 ways. If it's fair enough. I mean, earlier it said that she wanted more anal and he wasn't comfortable with it. So arguments can just abound.
Oh, Jesus.
And like I said, if you're not getting the anal you want, don't yell at him about it then. Wait.
Yeah, well, wait until you calm down before you yell about anal.
Yes. Let's see.
High shooting range.
Instead, address the issue when both of you are feeling calm and rational. A rational woman, you'll be waiting a while. Oh! Here are some ways to begin the conversation. Oh, this is going to be great. Here's actual suggestions of ways to begin the conversation.
Oh, let's see what the licensed professional tells us to say.
I've been feeling that you've been spending more time with her than with me the past couple of weeks, and it's making me feel insecure. To which I would probably respond, well, look at you. Can you blame me?
Oh, Jesus, man.
Let's see. Number 2 is, I love that you're happy with your friendship with her, but the way she interacts with you sometimes makes me uncomfortable. I love that you're happy with your friendship with her. Come on. This is...
Don't lie to me.
Well, yeah, let's just be blunt here. Having an ongoing relationship that's relatively close or very close with a female that's not your girlfriend, that's just relationship poison. I mean, you know that's not going to work. You just want to try and get away with it, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's...
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. Right. Yeah, Mustafa's like, you was talking to that bitch for more than 5 seconds. Yeah, that's not a good way to begin that kind of... Well, you know what? If I was a man, I'd want to hear a woman start a conversation that way, if that's actually what she was thinking, because I'd want to know that was the craziness that was going through her mind, right?
Oh, yeah.
And finally, number 3, I'm happy with our relationship, but I think there's ways I could feel more valued and respected.
You're not happy then.
Oh my god.
Again, don't lie.
This is from a licensed counselor, a licensed professional counselor. Yeah. I want to be more valued and respected in our mutual cohabitation romantic overture. I just like, come on.
No. No. No.
Morning, Angela. Merry Christmas Eve.
Morning.
Number 4, set boundaries for the relationship. Each couple has their own rule book. Some couples would seeing going to the movies with another girl as highly inappropriate. Whereas other couples would consider this and other intimate contact okay. Oh, right. And then some are like Anision and Laney-Bot and try and get in underage girls into their relationship. So it's all over the place. Don't judge. Having an open conversation.
Yeah, don't judge. It's fine.
No. Go ahead and judge Anision. That's what's fine.
Yeah, don't take it seriously. Actually, do legitimately judge those people. They're fucked.
Oh, man. And if half of what they say about... What's her name? Kerr? What's his name now? Laney-Bot?
Kai?
Kai, thank you. And if half of what they say about Kai is true, I'm tired. People should be judging him a lot more. They're constantly letting him out, whatever.
Yeah. No, I say judge them about the same amount.
Yeah.
Because they're as bad as each other at this point.
Having an open conversation about what each partner expects is key to guiding acceptable behaviors. Be clear about your needs. Your boyfriend may have no idea his friendship or flirtation with this other girl upsets you. Nah, he knows. And unless you're a crazy bitch, and like Mustafa said, you was only talking to the girl for 5 seconds. Then of course he has no idea that you're crazy. Work on defining these expectations with your boyfriend. You might say something like, quote, I don't want you to give up your friendships with other girls, but I would appreciate it if your focus is on me when we spend time together and not texting that bitch. Don't set boundaries that are vague or manipulative. Something like, quote, I want to spend more time with you isn't specific enough. Try saying, I want to spend more time together, just the two of us. Could we designate a date night? Fuck.
This... Ah, Jesus.
Yeah, Cynical Lindsay has a interesting idea here. This professional probably majored in gender studies and minored in counseling. Yeah, there's a lot of boundary talk and discussions of personal affirmation. Constantly validate your own feelings and make sure that everybody around you is validating your feelings. Yeah, this comes across very, very self-involved, which a lot of gender studies is. Right. Let's see. I just can't get over that wording. Could we designate a date night?
Would you like to designate a date night, Platty? Yeah, that's really something I'd be saying to my girlfriend.
She'd ask you if you had a stroke if you had...
Yeah, she'd be like, are you okay, Paul? What the fuck? What are you doing?
You want to do something on Saturday, just the two of us? I feel that, like, I don't know.
We should make that out.
It seems like your mind's kind of everywhere. Maybe we could do something that you really enjoy and I get a kick out of too. Like what? A Saturday good for you? See, this is normal discussion, you know?
Yeah, no, that's normal. That's like, yeah, you want to do something this Saturday? Yeah, okay, what do you want to do? And then yada yada yada. None of this designated night shit. That sounds like you're just setting that up as like every night from here to the distant future, you know?
Oh, is that what you think that he meant by designated date night?
It sounds like the scheduling it.
Like trying to schedule Fridays is always set date night kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still a weird way of saying it though.
Huh.
But I'm going to designate Saturday mornings as our date night.
Saturday morning is our date night.
How do you feel about that, valued partner?
Valued life companion?
Yeah, how do you feel about that, valued life companion?
Let your boyfriend know what...
001?
Let your boyfriend know what is and is not acceptable to you. If you are not comfortable with him giving another girl a back massage, let him know that feels disrespectful to your relationship. If he starts tweaking some girl's nipples and you see, let him know that that's a violation of your boundaries. Vaginal penetration is far outside what you consider to be okay. Let him know. Oh. Be open to listening.
You're making this up, right? This
Yes.
isn't what's written, right? Yes, good. Okay. Oh my God.
Well, the back rub thing was, the back massage one was real.
Yeah, I know the back massage thing was on there, because when I skimmed through it, I saw that, and that was what I was like, who the fuck does that? And then I had to sit down and think and go, you know what, some dumbass probably does do that, but probably not often enough, you know?
Yeah. Be open to listening to your boyfriend's perspective and his boundaries as well. It must be mutual, affirmative, and ongoing consent. Cynical Lindsay, this does sound like gender studies.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, God.
Speak from the I perspective. Yeah, you show me the self-involved woman that has any trouble doing that. Address the concerns you have about your boyfriend's relationship with the other girl calmly. Do not accuse him of infidelity. Focus on constructive ways to improve your relationship. Use specific language to ask him to change certain things about the way he interacts with the bitch. Here's some examples of what you could say. I feel really uncomfortable when you choose to go to the movies alone with that bitch on Friday night, which is our designated date night. You said. I would like to go with you.
You are my valued life partner.
I would like to go with you, or would prefer you go in a group with other people too. Or, I feel hurt when we're spending time together and you're wanking it, looking at pictures of her. You could... No, it didn't say that far. I made that up too.
No, I know. I just really thought of another thing. I was like, oh, but it really hurts when we're having sex and you call out her name instead of mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's...
That's never happened, but I imagined it as a scenario. Like, what would happen if that happened to me? Like, that's rough.
Yeah, no, that would have to be fucking rough.
I remember I was talking to one guy and he said, you know what you do? You swallow your pride, like in the middle of sex. Okay, she calls out some other guy's name. You swallow your pride and you fuck the shit right out of her and you leave her right after. That was his suggestion.
Jesus.
And so you do the best job you possibly can to let her know what's walking out the door when you do. That was his.
Oh my god.
That was his thought on the matter.
Well then.
I feel hurt when we're spending time together and you spend time texting with her and laughing at your inside jokes. Number 6, and on a positive note, finish your conversation by giving your boyfriend a compliment or by showing affection for him. If you're working through the problem, does this guy think people are robots?
Yes. I think he does.
If you're working through the problems in your relationship, that's a positive thing! Exclamation mark. Here are some examples of good compliments. Oh, this should be good.
Boy.
I really enjoy when we spend quality time together.
Robots.
Yeah.
They're robots.
I feel that you really listen to me when I'm having a problem. You referenced yourself 3 times. I feel that you really listen to me when I'm having a problem. You're complimenting him and reference yourself 3 times.
Bitch, come on.
That's bad. That's rough. That's really rough.
This is one of those things of like, the further we go through this, the more I'm like, you know, I really hope that no one is using this seriously.
I mean, all 3. You make me feel happy and supported. So, here's some examples of good compliments from a licensed professional counselor. These are good compliments, okay? I really enjoy the time we spend together. I feel that you really listen to me and my problems. You make me happy. Those are compliments to him. And all 3 of them, without a question, are actually about you. I'm flabbergasted at that. I was not expecting something that like how could you as a counselor not see? So this is the difference between an actual counselor and a life coach. A life coach is just there to be your paid, constantly positive friend who is always taking your side, and the only critical things they say are in regards to the people around you. Yes, they want you to act rationally. Yes, they want you to get ahead, but they're not paying you to be a counselor and to deal with your like underlying issues in a very particular way and to confront them and then reinforce ideas that like constantly being incessantly self-regarding is fine. It's healthy. But no, it's not. That's
No, like none of this is healthy. I mean, we make jokes about it, but in all seriousness, don't do any of this shit.
See, number 1 is do new things together. And as you can see, do new things together. And as you can see, they're doing anal together.
I don't think that's what it's supposed to be.
Sure it is. This guy's in
No.
This guy's in mid-orgasm here. You can see from the look on his face. And she's happy that he's in mid-orgasm because she's enjoying it too.
No, somehow I think that's what you want to see.
Sharing experiences and making new memories. See?
No, I think it's what you want to see.
Here are some things you could try together. Take a Zumba
See,
class.
this is why the people at the gun range are leering at the speakers, okay? Because of shit like this.
Rich says,
I'm not even kidding about that. Apparently they're actually leering at the speakers.
okay, what's a Zumba?
I know what it is, but I think it's like exercise classes, but it's like some weird I don't know, like newer type shit.
Take a new age,
I
overly
forget
expensive
exactly what
yoga
details-
class. How about that?
Probably, yeah.
Make an elaborate dinner together. Go away to a new place for the weekend. Drive a couple of hours to an especially beautiful hike. Learn to surf. What if you live in New
No.
Mexico? Where are you going to do that?
Yeah, what if you just have no balance?
Volunteer at an
Surfing is
animal
not easy.
shelter. What?
That's not spending time with me.
Take a
That's spending
photography
time with the
class
animals.
so you can document your anal experiences. Let's move
Oh
on.
my god. I was thinking more you can document your jealousy, but you know, whatever.
Number 2, designate quality time every week. Designate a period of time, it doesn't matter how long or short it is, when you and your boyfriend promise to focus only on each other. Cook dinners, watch a movie, or just talk about your day or school or work. Making time for one another is an important way of strengthening your relationship. Looks like he's trying to like smother her so she'll stop talking about the relationship and her feelings.
I know, you're right. It's just like, shh, it'll all be over soon.
Oh, and Holy Reaper says it's new age jazzercise. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Number 3, ask the right questions. Make your partner feel loved and respected. Effective communication is the key to a good relationship. Here are a few questions you can ask that will create productive conversations for you and your currently chosen life companion. How can I help you? What do you...
That's still an I question.
Yeah. What do you love about our relationship? Silence.
That's still an I question.
What?
That's still technically a me thing.
What little...
Me.
What little things can I do to show I love you?
Me. But seriously, just how about and how are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
How has your day been? Like, this is basic level shit. But no, how can I help you? Be the customer service provider we all desire to be.
Alright, I'm gonna open one more cider, because it's Christmas, and cider's Christmassy in my mind. And then, after this, I'm gonna have to close... I have to close it down, because I got another thing to admit. I may not have finished, well, most of my Christmas shopping, so I'm gonna have to go out on Christmas Eve day and deal with the cold and lineups and crowds and bad traffic, and it's snowing right now. And
Oh shit, it's 12. Merry Christmas.
hey, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Nice.
From Western Australia.
Okay. I stole my ex from my friend is a community question because I thought...
Oh god, this. It's so trashy.
I stole my ex from my friend because I thought she stole him from me, but I was wrong. What should I do? Fuck are you... What you should do is explain yourself more clearly. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's so fucking trashy. It's like... Oh my god.
I stole my ex from my friend because I thought she stole him from me.
Yeah.
And this guy says you can't actually steal a person. Oh, yeah?
What was the fucking point of the whole article?
Yeah, I mean,
What was the point?
this article is tell if a girl is trying to steal. Yeah.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
You can't steal a person. Tell Ted Bundy that.
You can't steal people. You can't steal a person. You wouldn't steal a person.
Ted Bundy stole lots of girls.
You wouldn't download a pizza.
How to tell if a girl is being nice to your face, but talking to your man behind your back. Ask her and ask your boyfriend. Are you talking about man behind my back, bitch? That'll go over well.
That's gonna end well.
Yeah. Would it be a good idea if you speak secretly with her about the boyfriend? Well, that's what Laney-Bot did for years.
But was that really that secret?
Good call.
Really?
Good call. It might be.
I still stand by my theory that Onision still initiated contact with every single one of them.
Well,
Simply because he has access to all their accounts. Just saying.
Eve says it's all a lie. Our time has been wasted. No, it has been wasted. We've effectively mocked the shit out of this guy, I think.
Yeah,
and,
it's time well spent.
And
I can't think of another way I'd like to spend my Christmas Eve.
I've pretty effectively tied one on so far, and I hope that your takeaway from this is don't pay life coaches, man. If you need therapy, go for real therapy, but don't buy into hokey new age garbage where you're just paying someone to tell you what you want to hear. That's shit. Yeah, if your therapist is telling you stuff that sounds vaguely similar to what you picked up from WikiHow, stop paying them.
Yeah, maybe it's time to go find another one.
Yes.
You know, that's not a WikiHow shill.
I would also download a pizza if I could, Eve.
Oh yeah, I think we all would.
Yeah. My boyfriend and I are having problems like this, and it turns out that the girl that likes him is his best friend. But when I tell him about it, he claims that I have an attitude, and then shuts down, and then he ignores me. This has been going on for almost 3 weeks. What should I do? Oh my god, 3 weeks? How did you not know that your boyfriend had a best friend prior to 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. Is this early relationship type shit?
Yeah, did your relationship start 3.5 weeks ago? I don't.
Yeah, like what?
What if a girl talks a lot to him or always says she's going to beat him up? What? What if a girl talks a lot to him or always says she's going to beat him up?
Are we sure that, like, these aren't all sock accounts and, like, this isn't the counselor dude writing all these? So they only make sense to him and he thought it makes sense to everyone else as well?
Yeah.
Because...
Cynical Lindsay is off for the day. All right. Merry Christmas Eve, Cynical Lindsay.
Merry Christmas.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to open the bar tonight. I'd like to think, like after I get a sleep of like 3 or 4 hours to detoxify and then go out into Christmas Eve hell. But, because I got family stuff to do today and tomorrow. Maybe I'll make it back. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I don't even want to... What do I do if they have sex? Your man has been effectively stolen. Move on.
Break up with him.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. If it's gotten to that point, then that's a bit more than, like, how do you know if she's stealing him? He's fucking gone.
I love that. How to tell if a girl's trying to steal your boyfriend. She fucks him. The answer is yes.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Give up. Go home.
What do I do if they have sex?
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. And I love how the answer to that one, though, isn't even break up with him.
Yeah.
It's just talk.
Yeah, you should. You should just talk with him.
No, just break up with him. That's like, no. That's not acceptable.
Yeah, Furry Kitten has a... What should I do if they have sex? You should get tested. Yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's her.
Should I be concerned about my boyfriend because he hangs out with a girl whom I hate? Probably. It depends. Do you hate 3/4 of the bitches at your school? I mean...
Well, considering who this is targeted at, probably.
Yeah. Hmm. What if your best friend steals your boyfriend? Where'd you get the idea they were your best friend? Should be the question you're asking yourself.
Yeah.
This is Mustafa. The only sensible thing to do. Fuck her dad.
Yeah, apparently. Jeez.
Damn, man. Just
Oh my god.
that's not sensible. That's some next level mean girl shit right there. Fuck her dad.
Yeah. That's just like hardcore revenge, you know? Ooh, we could ask a question.
Oh, don't you have to sign up for an account? And who the hell?
Probably.
Who the hell wants to do that?
I don't know, but you could make it a complete suck account and just troll them. I mean, I get the feeling that a lot of these questions are just people fucking trolling.
Yeah.
And they just happen to get serious answers, you know?
God, what is happening?
Yeah, see that one though? How to steal a girl from a boyfriend.
Yeah,
it's the
like,
opposite of the other
these
one.
are some of the related wiki hows that are at the bottom. How to turn a girl on. Well, first you have to know where the clitoris is.
Jesus.
Look at this. This guy's reading a book, and like there's like a new picture of a woman. So this guy's actually reading an instruction manual, trying to find the clitoris. You poor bastard.
Jesus.
How to tell your parents you have a boyfriend.
How to not get caught cheating.
Really? Where's that one?
Yeah, look at it. Like, right next to how to tell your parents you have a boyfriend.
Oh yeah, how to not get caught cheating. Yeah. Oh, it's just, if it's written by a guy like this, I'm assuming that it is, it's just going to be, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. You need to...
No, come on. No, they're going to have that. They're going to have that as an introductory thing. They're going to be like, yeah, we don't advise you do this, but here's how you totally do this. It'll be like how, you know, you do the war drive. You know, yeah, you got to record all the, you know, unprotected Wi-Fi networks. But you're totally not going to use it for anything illegal, right? You know, it's just to cover their ass.
Yeah.
Or, you know, how to, like, fake your own death. Remember that one?
Yeah. How to fake your own death was
how
good.
They had that whole thing.
That was
how
a
they had
great
that whole
one.
thing in the beginning. It's like, yeah, do you really want to do this?
Furry Kitten says, if they have sex, you schedule a relationship pottery evaluation session and mold the clay into a representative form of your feelings.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
That's fucking fantastic. I love that.
Are you gonna write this, Furry Kitten? Because that sounds like some professional counselor level shit.
I love this one. How to know if your boyfriend is using you. Meditate. You meditate.
Yeah, meditate.
Yeah, you
meditate.
put on some yoga
That's what
pants and you do
helps
some new age meditation with your lunar water.
You get your pottery wheel out.
I mean, this whole, I mean, the pagan stuff and the making the lunar water and the solar water and how to conduct rituals
Yeah.
and it's everything is very, like, is this for like vapid, flighty, new age oriented Wiccan 13-year-olds? That's what I get a sense from this website, but
No,
it's
yeah,
all written.
I get the feeling that WikiHow is really directed to the younger audience, if you get what I mean. Of like,
But it's so hello, fellow kids, because it's all written by
No, it is.
adults.
It absolutely is.
I understand how you kids feel. I was a kid myself back in the 1970s, you know. Like, it's all a bunch of old people.
My god, if I ever end up like this, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's gonna just be depressing, you know? Like, yes, I too remember the days of the memes. My fellow kids. Like, oh god.
Angela says, Polly, most women just hate any girl who hangs out with their husband or boyfriend, whether there's anything happening there or not. the experience of 80 to 90% of your friends being guys. Well, I don't know if you've ever known women that they're like, I don't really know a lot of girls. Girls are very catty. Like, all my friends are guys. All of your friends are trying to fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, no, they're not. And it's like,
I found that one out the hard way.
like, maybe one or two of them aren't, but
Just,
like, if you've got like, you're usually, you find out that girls like that, in my experience, and maybe, I don't know, whatever, take that for what it's worth. It's my experience alone, but it's like, they love being the center of attention.
Once upon a time, like in high school, and then like I found out years later, thinking back on it, it's like, huh. Yeah, they probably weren't really just wanting to be friends, you know? Like, in that weird sense of, like, I don't know, just a bit odd.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, yeah, I believe that men and women can be platonically friends. Absolutely, I do. But it's when a girl says that, no, I don't hang out with other girls a lot at all. It's like, most of my friends are guys. That girl probably just really enjoys being the one girl or few girls in a group of guys. Because if you have like 5-6 guys and one girl, she's going to get a lot of attention.
Oh, yeah, that, or they're like the, I'm not like other girls kind of thing, you know? I'm like, I don't hang around the other girls because I'm not like the other girls, you know? Like, some of them I'd be willing to bet that's more what it is.
Yeah.
They're just so desperate to be seen as different from other girls.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I do know what you mean. Unholy Reaper says, boss has a good question for an article, Ollie. How to prepare for the inevitable boogaloo. Well...
Oh, let's see. Let's see if that actually is a thing.
Yeah, let's see if somebody wrote that one up since the doings and on the sacred soil of Virginia. Well, the fact that you typed in the word prepare, you're going to get like 100 fucking results for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm going to get like how to prepare for war.
Yeah.
Oh, there's how to dance the boogaloo.
Yeah, that's not what he was asking about, but that's...
Oh, but there's how to prepare for jail.
Really?
Yeah, there's how to prepare for jail.
Know this. Your life is over. Just like, yeah. I mean, the question is like, are we talking like weekends, or do you mean like 25 to life?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen or heard of a movie called The 25th Hour?
Maybe.
Stars Edward Norton, and it's a great example of how Spike Lee is a very gifted filmmaker. His politics are fucked, but there's no question when he makes a film that isn't politically oriented, like Inside Man or The 25th Hour or whatever, like you really see his talent as a director come out. That movie's incredible. It's it runs deep. Edward Norton is the star, and he plays a guy who's going to jail for, I believe it's 15 years, and it's about his last 24 hours out of prison before he surrenders himself to serve a very long prison sentence. And so what? Well, he gets together with his friends, some of whom he lost contact with, and you know, one of them's like a nerdy school teacher, and another one's like a stockbroker guy on Wall Street, and he starts really letting the questions of who turned me in, did my girlfriend sell me out to the cops, like start to eat him alive, and becomes very, very bitter. It's a good fucking movie. How do you mess up suggestion in question? Boss has a good whoa, shit. Chat scrolled out for a second. Boss has a good suggestion for an article, how to prepare for the inevitable boogaloo. How do I screw that up? 7% cider. That's how.
Hey, I mixed it up as well. Just saying.
How to prepare for it? I don't know, officer. I went fishing and I just happened to take all my guns with me and they fell overboard. They're at the bottom of the lake now. Don't have them anymore. Step preparation number 1. Step preparation number 2. Learn how to reload ammunition. and reload a lot of it.
There is How to Dance with Boogaloo on here, though.
Well, that's not.
So-
Do you know what he's referring to?
Not really.
Well, you know the doings in Virginia, right? The governor, state legislature passing, about to pass come January, a number of proposed bills
Vaguely aware of
in
it,
terms
yeah.
of attempting to confiscate
Oh,
a
yeah.
mass of firearms, that laws that are unenforceable and are never going to survive judicial review anyway.
Yeah.
And even if they do attempt it, so it's like, are you guys trying to start a shootout between civilians and police? Because this is how it fucking happens.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of seems to forget that, or at least far too many people, elected officials especially, forget the American Revolution turned from angry talk to an actual shooting war because of an act of gun control and attempted firearm confiscation. The battles of Lexington and Concord. Yeah, there's lots of anger, and people might throw things at each other and burn royal governors in effigy and stuff, and angry letters are written that are published publicly and stuff, but no one's shooting at each other. Militias aren't like lining up against the British, etc. When did that happen? When the British tried to fucking march to Concord and seize their guns. We're gonna disarm you. Really? No, you're not. And it's, well, we said we are. Well, yeah, but we have guns, so we say no. Okay, well, somebody fired a shot. And a revolution happened. Like, it's just...
Huh.
I mean, I don't... obviously, what I hope for is a little bit of good sense. For the governor of Virginia to act like that... You're the governor of Virginia, and you clearly don't know Virginians very well. If you thought that stuff was going to go over well. I mean... As always, to tyrants, sic semper tyrannis is the state motto, and it's on the flag of Virginia. The flag is Lady Liberty standing on a tyrant's neck. Like, what is it you don't grasp about the culture in Virginia? And American culture in general? Who the fuck are you hanging around with that you thought you could pass laws stripping people of their legally owned property, their God-given rights that are protected by not only the federal constitution, but the Virginia state constitution as well. And it's like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. It's fine. No, it's really not. So, I mean, either blink and back off, or realize that you're going to be the governor that goes down for, you know, having to literally violently oppress your own citizens to pull off these things. And not oppression like you hear about on Twitter. I mean, actual oppression.
Yep.
You guys want to see what I asked my friends on Discord for, and they refused to help me out? Look at this. This is just... screen share.
What is it gonna be?
See now... I asked for this for I said, you guys can get me this for Christmas. And right away they said no. It's a...
We're not buying you a gun, Polly!
But it's not an assault weapon. So-called.
We're not buying you a gun!
But you could... No, I'm not saying you... I'm not saying you need to buy it and ship it. You don't need to buy it and ship it to me. You can buy it... You can buy me a gift card for a local FFL. It's fine.
Wouldn't that even be legal for me to do?
Yeah, I said buy me a gift card at my local FFL, and I'll go get it. It's a FN SLP Mark II or Mark I rather.
You don't tell us where you live, so checkmate.
No, you can give me an Amazon gift card. I'll cash it in and then go buy my FN auto.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No. See?
No.
You asked for something simple for Christmas. Nice little auto-loading shotgun, and everybody has to get all...
You know how much the Aussie gun is worth? Shit all. So, no. Like, a $20 gift card for you is probably gonna be like, what, $50 for me? Yeah, fuck that shit.
Oh, really?
No. I exaggerate, but to be honest, it's probably not far from the truth.
I don't think the exchange rate's that different, is it?
It's pretty bad.
I remember when I looked it up before, it wasn't remotely that bad.
No, it gets pretty bad. Like, the higher the higher the dollar amount, the worse it gets.
Listen, Chaos Eve spreading lies. To buy you a gift card, I'd have to know where you live. No, you don't. I said you can buy online gift cards from like Bud's Gun Shop or something like that. It's fine. Like I said, that's why I said go to an FFL dealer. If you buy it from whatever, I can just, get it shipped in between federal firearm license holders for purchasing firearms for commercial purposes. Unholy Reaper said it's a Benelli M4. No, it's an FN. It's a Fabrique Nationale SLP Mark 1. It's slick looking, isn't it?
I guess. I don't really know guns.
You don't have to know it to appreciate the fact that it looks slick.
I guess.
Go for a Mossberg 930. You know what? I kind of want to because it's like less than half the price for a 930. And I mean, I have a Mossberg 590, and hey, there's a quality firearm that you could like leave in your backyard for 2 years and it would still function fine. You know what I mean? But the 930, all I hear online is people complaining about it's a roll of the dice. It'll be reliable or not, and it's like a 50-50 shot whether you're going to be dealing with constant headaches of sending it to Mossberg because the goddamn thing isn't working properly. Constantly failure to feed, failure to extract, etc., etc., etc. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's just people talking shit online. I don't have any experience with the 930 personally. Anyway,
should we wrap it up? Because I need to get to bed, honestly.
Yeah, fair enough. It's it is just after midnight. Far's got to get to bed so Santa can do his thing. Put out Christmas gifts and.
Yeah, so I'm not so tired during Christmas lunch tomorrow. Just saying.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, there it is. As Eve says, there's the link for Far's merch. Buy Far's shit.
Buy my shit.
Yeah.
Buy my shit.
And one last time. Just, come on, you want it. Look at that awesome Pocket Fetus Christmas Edition t-shirt. It's just...
Yeah.
You want to buy one. The link's there in chat, and it's also in the description below. There we go. I want one. I don't.
I have one. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, Far bought her own shit. So that shows you she's.
Yeah, I bought my own shit.
But that's not bad. That's proof that you stand behind your own product.
Oh yeah.
So there it is, guys. I don't know if Noir Bar will be open tomorrow night. If I'm here and not passed out, I certainly will. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming in on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, depending on where you're at.
I'd like to thank the shooting range.
Yes, absolutely. The ladies and gentlemen over at Unholy Reaper's shooting range for listening to us. Hopefully they got some entertainment value out of it. Yeah, well, like I said, hopefully there was some entertainment value in it. Remember, Noir Bar is for entertainment purposes only. I'd like to thank Far for keeping me company at the bar. I would absolutely like to thank everybody who tipped their bartender very much. If it already is Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you. If it's still Christmas Eve, well, all the more fun
Merry
time
Christmas.
for it. Yeah, Merry Christmas as well. Merry Christmas Eve.
Just Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Fine. It's fine.
So, whatever you do, you come hang out with us or hang out with other people online or go hang out with friends and family, just don't spend it alone. It's Christmas time. It's time to be festive. So hopefully we'll talk to you later on today, and if not, then do a Christmas Day evening stream, something like that. All right, have a good day, everyone. For real, though. Merry Christmas. Enjoy it.
Merry Christmas.